toughest things to do in all of college football is win on the road. When you're a ranked team going into a hostile environment, these fans are ready to knock them off course. Welcome to Denton, Texas, home to the North Texas Mean Green. As we'll see the number 20 team in the country, the SMU Mustangs, taking on a fellow ACC opponent, the North Texas Mean Green. Glad to have you with us for EA Sports College Football. I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack and Jesse Palmer with me in the booth. Guys, we are ready to tee it up. The Mustangs will put toe to leather to crank us up. Bringing it out. Gets it out to the 20, about 5 yards short of where he'd be if he'd just taken a knee in the end zone. So the North Texas Mean Green offense takes the field, and they'll try to put together the first drive of the game. And the adrenaline is pumping on overdrive in games like this, guys, and it's crucial to get your emotions under control.
No doubt. In rivalry games, you've got to limit the mental errors, and you've got to limit the penalties, because those will kill you, Pop.
And you got to come out under control. It means so much. We know that. The fans are all talking about it, but it's just football.
Well, I love the aggressive nature of the defense on that play. Everybody playing with eye discipline. They saw the pre-snap motion. They knew who had the football. And you saw guys play with excellent instinct, running downhill and making a tackle.
Back to pass. Looking to the big tight end. Not in lockstep there with the receiver. North Texas lining up, facing third and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Working on the right. That defense got gashed, but they finally get him to the turf at the 47. North Texas in the hurry up.
And that is a backbreaker if you're the defense, because you've done your job up to that point. You've set up the offense in third and very long. You know they're going to throw it. You cannot allow a guy to get open that deep down the field for an explosive play. Somebody's going to have to answer for that when they get to the sidelines.
On the option. Here's the handoff. All down, but he has enough to move the chains.
Well, I love the variety in the run game you're seeing from this offense. It's not just going to be conventional handoffs. Won't just be the quarterback, but he's making good decisions. Pitching at that time, that's the right read. It's not a huge explosive home run type play, but it is enough to help them pick up the first down.
Lost yardage on that last one. It's 2nd and 11. Wants to go up top. Bringing the heat. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face third down. They're about to snap it for the 7th time on this drive. He's going to throw deep right side. And they wanted it all on third down, but now dealing with 4th down. They'll play it safe and try for 3. No good. And after the miss, guys, the score stays right where it is. So SMU's offense will try to get something going with their first possession. This wide receiver matchup is one that we've been waiting to see. You have two guys on either side, Jesse, who are really going to make the secondaries nervous.
Oh, they should, because these guys can take the top off of defense. You've got two very dynamic individuals playing on...
Turning it on! Stopped at the 44, but he got 10 on the play. Now they'll line it up from the 44 on 1st and 10.
And the offense with a nice run, breaks off a little bit of run, gets a first down. Oh, and here they go again. First down, you've seen this. They like to go fast.
Looking left. He's got it. Gets it all the way down to the 39-yard line. It'll be a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs.
Offenses love the explosive plays through the air, pushing the ball down the field. And look at this. Sometimes it creates some momentum, and you want to capitalize. So you go get on the ball and get ready to run some no-huddle.
Ripping off a good chunk inside the 25, and they're set up with a first down.
Nice job by the quarterback, seeing the receiver come open, getting him the football, making the first down. And they like to do this. When they make a first down, they want to go fast. They want to crank up the tempo.
Nah, Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender. Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on second down.
As an offense, you're okay with that. You're going to run option plays, and sometimes you're going to bust it big, but...
Fires deep toward the end zone. And he's got it! Touchdown, SMU!
And a really nice job understanding I got to get to that gap where there's a little bit of open space in the middle of the field when I run that post route. QB lays it out for him, and he catches it, gets 2 feet in bounds, in the end zone, touchdown.
The kickoff unit is out there, and boy, did that last drive quiet this crowd. He'll return it. He's brought down at the 16. Would have been much better off to take the touchback. North Texas sends the offense back onto the field. Finding themselves down 7-0, they'd love to get a drive going here. They knock him down, but not before he gets it out to the 21-yard line. Pick up a 4. Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. Looking to fire. Gets it out fast. And they pick up just a few on that completion. Looking to convert, they'll go to the Wildcat. Direct snap. It's Ezukama. Slithers into space. Breaks into the open. Knocked out of bounds at the 46 after the good pickup on that one.
And that is such great execution by this offense. 3rd down and 2. They know you're running the football, but they were physical. Great job creating a little bit of space. Not only do you get the first down, you chew up a bunch more yards, too. Nice execution by this offense.
And he fights his way forward, gets away from one, but not much doing on that one. To the air on 2nd down. Connection to the right. And this offense is feeling it as they rip off a big chunk of yardage, and they've got it on the 22. And that's a really difficult route to handle if you can get a big fella working the outside in the corner like that.
No doubt, because he runs upfield first and then makes a beeline towards the sideline. So whether it's man or zone, you can throw that football away from the defender and make some big plays.
Working well behind the sticks on 2nd down. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. They'll run play action. It's complete on the right side. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. You have to wonder, after missing a field goal on the last drive, how are they going to play this 3rd down? Fires to the wideout. Tight coverage and an incomplete pass. The defense knocks it away and forces a 4th down. And they're going to head out to line up for a field goal. That thing would have hit a string in the middle of the uprights. Perfect. That'll bring him to within 4.
And you want a touchdown and you want to be aggressive, but, man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
Just into the end zone, and he'll bring it out. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. The Mustangs have the ball back and ready to go to work. Off to a good start here, and back to work now with a 7-3 lead. He had all kinds of company as soon as he got it. He had to fight his way back just to get to the line of scrimmage. Lost to fire on 2nd down. He's brought down, but he went backwards after that completion, not the way they had it drawn up. Not exactly the ideal situation for this offense. 3rd and long, backed up inside their 20. He's got him. And they'll stop him about 5 yards short of the 1st. And the Mustangs will punt this one away. First time we've seen their punt team this afternoon. Here's the return. He's got great speed. That's a perfect example of not settling for a fair catch. Pick up whatever yardage you can and help out the offense. Wide receiver going in motion. They'll start this drive going to the air. And those two couldn't make the connection. It's an incomplete pass.
I don't know about the decision that time by the quarterback. He may have been expecting man coverage, but that time the defense was in zone, and they did a really nice job closing the window. The intended target was not open, and that's why that one fell incomplete.
He's brought down, but there's a flag on the play. Let's see if it stands. A very productive play until it was wiped out by that penalty, and they'll go back to work. They'll line up for a second down play. He's got it. Found enough room to get it into enemy territory. They're down at the 43-yard line. That big pickup on what they call the drag route, but if you hit it on time, you can hit the turbo boosters.
And you've got to be accurate on the throw too, Reese. Nice job by the QB there, putting it out in front of his receiver to make an easy catch and then advance it.
Reads it, fires complete. Showing off that power as he plows ahead to the 38. North Texas can dig into that playbook on second and short. Here's a quick throw out to the left. They knock him down, but he's got enough to get it across the line and pick up the first down. North Texas really has it going on offense. Looking to throw on first down. Makes the pass. It's incomplete, and will change ends of the field now. We're through one period, and these receivers are showing out big time. Take a look at the stats. Lots of time left, and we're ready to get back to it and open the second period. Running backs on either side of the quarterback. Gets the back moving. Misfired on first down, back to the air on second. Flips it out on the screen. Got enough space. Touchdown, Mean Green. Haul that baby in and then stroll into the end zone for the score.
And that's a nice job selling it by the offense, dropping back, making it look like it's passed. Running back slipping out of the backfield, throwing him the football, getting a dynamic playmaker in space, and he says, I got this, I'll do the rest, and gets the touchdown.
And the extra point puts them up by a field goal. So that scoring drive took only 6 plays. They're set to kick it off, and this crowd now ready to get behind them. And here's the return. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. The SMU offense is headed back onto the field. They'll open this drive, hoping to move it down the field. A touchdown would give them the lead. Tackled almost immediately. They're well short of the first down. Wide receiver comes in motion. Now the play fake. Oh, he makes the catch. They bring him down, but not before he's able to pick up the first down. The Mustangs want to move quickly.
When you coming into this game, if they throw completions and get first downs, that's when they like to change up the tempo and go fast. You're seeing it here.
Fired just a little too long as the junior frustrated he missed that connection. What will they dial up on second, and a long way to go. Gonna look downfield again. And it's incomplete, but the penalty flag has fallen in the holding zone. Let's see what the call is. Amazing how many times an offensive holding penalty will stall a drive. We'll see if the offense can overcome it. Looking for a physical attack from the gun. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. On third and long, no secret what he needs here. He lobs one high down the left side. Hits him inside the 20, still going. Just making a huge play, and he sets him up all the way down at the 14. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. They say it's still a game of field position, and that last one just flipped this baby. They've got it 1st and 10 in the red zone. Using the quick game, and this one will be stopped for no gain. going to work on second down in the red zone, and still some ground to cover to pick up that first down. And it'll be incomplete. This defense is physical in pass deep. They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. And here comes the heat, and they get home, and they get him at the 21.
Well, the offense has made it known on this drive. They're trying to throw the football, and they're going to let this quarterback go to work. The defense does a great job winning up front. They get the sack to try to slow this momentum down.
They'll try to get something out of this drive and kick the field goal here on 4th down. And he'll envision the ball flight as he lines it up from the right hash and 38 yards out. He got it. And with the field goal, we're tied here in the 2nd quarter.
And that's not the way they wanted to end the drive, but nice job being ready and your field goal kicker coming through and putting 3 points on the board.
Looks like he's going to try to return it. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. North Texas takes possession. The Mean Green offense will return to the field. Looking down the middle. Got him downfield. And he gets it to the 44-yard line. It'll be a first down.
A nice passing game by this offense. The quarterback and the receiver on the same page, in time, in rhythm, creates the big play. And look at them. They're right back on the football, ready to run another play.
Knew where he wanted to go with it, but couldn't find his target. It's incomplete. Try to make up for some of that lost ground on 2nd down. Out of the gun to give to the back. They'll pick up 5. It'll be 3rd and 5. Trying to pick up a first down. The snap sets up the throw. Didn't have anything working and just had to throw it away on 3rd down. North Texas will have to punt it away. Able to get the first one of the day away. They did have to send him out 3 times in that victory last week. They'll get down and put a stop to this return. They'll mark it at the 32. Mustangs have the ball back and ready to go to work. David, they couldn't pay off that last drive with a touchdown. And here's a fumble way behind the line. Defense has it. They're on the move. Touchdown, North Texas. The defense putting points on the board.
It's really hard as a quarterback because you got your eyes downfield. You're trying to find an open guy. You're trying to negotiate the rush, and all of a sudden people are swatting at the ball. They hit you. They knock it out. Got to do a better job next time of keeping 2 hands on the ball so you don't get it scooped and scored like what happened right there.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And the extra point is true, and they're on top by 7. That is a defensive player's dream. Ball sitting there, chance to scoop it up, one with it, and they don't stop you until the band starts playing. He'll start the return inside his 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. Quarterback on the keeper. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
Phenomenal job by the defense that time, shutting down the option play. They knew they were going to see this in this game, and all week long in practice, they really focused on this assignment football, making sure the dive, the quarterback, the pitch, all taken away. Nowhere to go with the football that time offensively. The defense coming up with a huge negative play.
And they can't make the connection, and it could get worse. A penalty flag on the field, and it's in the holding zone. Let's get the call. They'll decline the penalty here and let the result of that play stand. And the Mustangs will send out the punt unit. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. They'll put a stop to that return as he gets it up to the 41-yard line. Starts a drive trying to go up top. The safe call on the wide receiver screen. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there. Still a bit short of the first down. They'll move the wide receiver. grab. Good pickup, a little bit short of the sticks. The Mean Green trying to convert on 3rd and short. Trying to pick it up on the ground. Tackle behind the line of scrimmage, and what a big 3rd down stop by this defense. Punt is on its way. Makes the catch, wants to make a move upfield. He'll get it out to about the 20-yard line, and that's where they'll mark it down. The SMU offense is headed back onto the field. They didn't get much done the last time they had it. Had to punt it away from deep in their own territory, hoping this drive will be more productive. Now they've got even more breathing room out to the 31 and a fresh set of downs.
Defense gives up the pretty big run. They get the 1st down, and listen, you got to reload quick now because this offense, they got their foot on the accelerator.
Running into the open space. And a good job of coverage by that defense, just a short pickup. The Mustangs headed quickly to the line. The give to the back. They'll move the chains after he gets it to the 43-yard line. And the Mustangs will line it up on 1st and 10.
And the defense gives up the 1st down. And here they go. They're going fast. No time to substitute. Got to communicate quickly and get back on the line of scrimmage.
Wants to throw on 1st down. Grabbed behind the line. It's Denson. The defense wouldn't let him loose there, and it was a completion, but they lost yardage. They'll go to work in the air on 2nd down. He's got his man. Down to 2 minutes to play in the half, and the referee's signal for the 2-minute timeout. It'll be 3rd and long. Looking to throw, and he needs a chunk play. Got out of trouble, got rid of it. Can't make the connection on 3rd down thanks to that tough, hard-nosed pass defense, and now it's 4th down. Punt is on its way. Signals for the fair catch and makes it at the 20. They'll snap it from the 20 for the opening play of this drive. Wants to go up top on 1st down. Caught in the backfield. It's Ezukama. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage. Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. Back to pass. Finds his tight end. Runs through the tackle. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few. Offense calls a timeout here. Critically important to make sure they have the right play called and everyone on the same page here. From the gun, leaves it on the inside with the back. Doesn't quite make it to the 1st down marker. He's a yard short. We got a timeout here late in the 1st half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. Kick is in the air. Fields the punt. Wants to make a play. Looking everywhere for room to run, but really good coverage, and he'll step out of bounds. First play of the drive, wants to throw. It's on target and complete. There's a timeout on the field. Tight game here late in the 1st half. To the air on 1st down. Pressure coming. They get home, and down goes the quarterback with a big loss, and now even a field goal's in jeopardy. 2nd down, he'll throw it. Quick screen to the speedster out wide. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
They're trying to throw the screen out to the receiver. The defense, though, having none of that. They are just too physical, they're too fast, and they force a negative play.
3rd and long from the 42. If they can get some of it, it might give them a chance to go for it on 4th down. Looking downfield, and he needs a bunch. Rushes on him. And the quarterback goes down. There is a penalty flag on the field, but I think the defense might have the option just to take this play. This defense happy with how that last play turned out, so they'll decline the penalty. The Mustangs will call on their punt team. 3 and out, they got stuck in reverse. They hope the punt can bail them out. Nice job to make the fair catch at the 16. Make sure that ball didn't bounce into the coffin corner. He'll keep it himself. He'll be stopped at the 27, but picks up 10 on that one. We played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Man, great energy in that building. There always is when these two get together. And a fun first half between these rivals. And a lot of coaches will say limiting the big plays and maybe hitting on a few yourself is key. But I'm more of a move the chains guy. Give me efficiency every day of the week and twice on Saturday. The offensive unit that subscribes to the less is more philosophy might be the one that leaves here today with a big, fat W. With that, let's throw it back to the guys to see how this rivalry matchup plays out.
North Texas will kick it off to start things here in the second half. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. He was looking for more running room, but none to be found as he stopped at the 23. The Mustangs have the ball back and ready to go to work. He'll start this drive firing. With the catch, it's Denson. Building momentum, picking up a chunk of yardage, moving the chains out to the 34.
And as soon as the receiver caught the ball, you saw the quarterback start communicating to his teammates what the next play was going to be because they're now changing the tempo and going fast.
A huge play, and they get it all the way to the 45-yard line. And the Mustangs racing to the line in the hurry-up. They've built this offense around finding mismatches and just get the ball to the back and let him do his thing.
Yeah, it didn't have to be long down the field. Like it threw it right near the line of scrimmage, but you know I got a guy, when he gets in space, he can make big plays happen. Nice decision by the QB.
Going to swing it on second down. And the pass is incomplete thanks to a big hit. This feels like 4-down territory, 3rd and short from the 40. Looking to throw again. Fires toward the end zone. Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers. The Mustangs looking to convert on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Oh, he dropped it. Just didn't look it all the way in, and they'll turn it over on downs. They thought they had a good plan, but it did not work. On the option. Now the pitch. There he goes. And he'll find enough running room to get it just short of midfield at the 49. They'll run the option. And maybe a wise move not to even try the pitch as he's knocked down in the backfield. 3rd and short now. They snap it from their own 46. Quick release on the RPO. They'll move the chains. Good execution on 3rd down. They've got it at the 41. North Texas has it going to work with another first down. He'll pull it on the read. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Running game worked on 1st down. Let's see if they go back to it on 2nd down. Motion from the wide receiver. On the option. And he'll lose yardage on this play. Loses 2 yards. Great job by the defense. The Mean Green will have to reach into that playbook here on 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Fires to the tight end. They'll make the stop about 3 yards short of the first down. They'll send the back in motion. He'll ride his man on the option. but they'll move the sticks for a first down. North Texas really has it going on offense. They'll move the tight end. Now on the option. It's a fumble on the play. Oh, look what I found. I'd say that's a stroke of good fortune. The offense keeps it. After picking up a couple, it's 2nd and 8. Out of the gun, they'll run it inside. Got the first down and more. And excellent vision to find running room there and make a really good pickup before the defense put a stop to it. Goes to the option. This defensive front just ran free in the backfield. He'll lose 3. It'll be 2nd down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. And he's swallowed up at the line of scrimmage by the big defensive tackle. The mean green with a ton of green to cover here on 3rd down. Under fire. It's complete to the left. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see which way that's going to go.
Hold.
They'll decline that penalty, obviously very happy with results of the play. And they decide to trot out the kicker. Smashes it between the uprights. And now the lead is extended a little further.
Man, so many more times we're going to say, go for it, be aggressive. Nice to have a guy you can depend on, and you know you're putting 3 on the board. Nice kick, nice job.
And he takes this from inside the 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. Pulls and fires complete.
My old coach said you'll never go broke taking a profit. Take what's there, take the positive yards, never complain.
Motion from the wideout. 2nd down, they'll go to the air. Got his man. They make the stop, but he'll have enough yardage for a first down. And the Mustangs want to pick up the tempo.
I don't know if this defense knows what just hit them because they gave up the completion, they gave up a first down, and now here's the offense back up at the line of scrimmage again, going tempo.
Taken out of bounds after a good pickup there. They're in striking distance at the 37. Timeout called here by the defense. It's the first one they've used this half. Looking downfield on first down. And he was looking over the middle and couldn't make the connection. They'll spread the defense out, going 5 wide on 2nd and 10. After the incompletion, they go back up top. If the quarterback's a little more on target there, maybe they hook up, but it's an incompletion. This drive was clicking along, but after a couple of misfires, threatening to stall out on 3rd and 10. Gets it to him on the screen. And he never had a chance. As soon as he caught it, the defense was right there. And they're running out the kicker to give it a try. And it's good from 58 yards out.
How nice is it as a head coach to have a kicker like this? It makes these decisions on 4th down so much easier. Just strut him out there and let him stroke it through the uprights.
On the move from inside his 5. And the returner could find no daylight. He goes down. First play of this drive comes from the 14-yard line. Quick release by the QB. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. They'll run the option. Now the toss. Out of bounds at the 27-yard line, and this offense needed a play like that. Now on 1st and 10 from the 27. Wide receiver going in motion. Pulls and fires complete. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker. Offense gets set for 2nd down. Finds a little space. He'll get it up to the 39 before he's run out of bounds, and this offense just patiently, methodically trying to do work. That's the end of the quarter, and North Texas has the lead. Let's take a quick look at the national rankings to see how this playoff race is shaping up. Not only is the scoreboard on their side, but so too is time as we open the fourth. So first down, we'll open up the final period. The option look. He breaks a tackle. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender. Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. Off the play fake. Makes the catch. It's Bueno. Oh, he's got some space. And he'll be run out of bounds, and these guys are piling up some serious yardage totals.
You know what's interesting? At this point of the game, with the lead in the fourth quarter, the defense is expecting them to run the ball, and because they're putting so many guys close to the line of scrimmage, they're taking advantage, throwing it 2 straight completions now back-to-back.
Here comes the option. And he didn't have a whole lot of operating room after the juke. Not much room to run. North Texas comes to the line on 3rd and short. From the gun, wants to pass. Throws to the back. Caught near the sticks. It's Bueno. Just across the 20 with a first down at the 19. He'll do it himself. And this one will be stopped for no gain. They're dealing with a 2nd and long. The play action fake. Got out of trouble and throws. Beautifully thrown ball. Terrific catch, and they'll have the first down. So this offense has the lead. They have the ball. They have the clock on their side and a chance perhaps to put it out of reach. He's going to lose a yard on that one. Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. On the option. Quick toss. Back's going for the goal line. They make the stop, but there is a flag on the field. We'll see what that's all about. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. Can the D deny them on 2nd and goal? He's got the tight end. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see what the call is. They say you could call holding on every play. Well, they did on that one. Trying play action. Just a short pass to the tight end. Run out of bounds at about the 13-yard line, and that's where this offense will go back to work. Keeping it on the ground on 3rd and goal. They rode their running back, but he could not make it. It'll be 4th down. So on 4th down, here comes the field goal kicker in a huge spot. Absolutely perfect. And they'll push that lead out a little further.
You know, it's funny, in an age where there's so many college football analytics and everybody wants to go for it on 4th down, at the end of the day, it still comes down to managing. Good decision by the head coach here in the 4th quarter. By kicking that field goal, you've now made it a 2-possession game. Your chances of winning this thing have now gone way up.
The SMU offense is headed back onto the field. Things had not gone the way they had planned, but maybe an opportunity to salvage this bumpy ride so far and avoid the upset. And they'll bring him to the ground after a short gain. The Mustangs in the hurry-up.
And it's a nice job by this defense. Understand, listen, that QB is a threat. And they're going to run all kinds of options, and he's going to run the football. They were dialed in and got that sucker to the ground.
He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see what the call is.
Hold.
Well, when your quarterback has already been sacked 4 times, shouldn't be some big surprise if the O-line gets called for holding. Second down, they'll go to the air. Finds the tight end. And he's dragged down. And the Mustangs come to the line on 3rd and short, looking to keep this drive moving. They'll snap it from the gun on 3rd down. That's caught. It's McAfee. They'll make the stop about a yard short of the first down. On 4th down, they'll try to throw it. Lofts one high and deep. And it's an incomplete pass on the deep shot, but the flag is down. Let's check the call.
Hold.
They'll decline the penalty here, and the result of the play stands. Couldn't ask for better starting field position for this offense. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. Backed up now, here's 2nd and long. And the quarterback is toast back at the 35. Just a great job defensively, making him go through his progressions, and he really didn't have time to do it.
And that's exactly what you do in zone coverage. You drop in your spots, you read the quarterback's eyes, make sure you take away that quick stuff, and a great job rushing the passer and getting the sack.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. Back in motion, try to clear the picture. On the option. He's not going to make it. What a job by this defense to stop him in his tracks. Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense. It's good. He hit that one right down the middle. And now the lead is even bigger.
I really like the decision by this offense because now they got to score 2 touchdowns. Time is not on their side. I can stay very, very conservative. Use that clock. I like the decision by this offense.
Here he comes from inside his own 5. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. The Mustangs have the ball back and ready to go to work. Catch in the middle. It's stumped.
Nice quick throw there. And it's so important for quarterbacks to be able to find their rhythm and to be comfortable and confident. You want to just get the ball out quickly, make it an accurate and easy throw. And you can tell that these two guys, they rep that play in practice all the time, and it's now showing up here in the game.
He's run out of bounds, but he's got enough to move the sticks. They've got a 1st and 10 at the 34. Looking to throw on 1st down. And he's all bottled up, and now it's close. The ball's loose. And the defense jumps on it, and they get that turnover.
Great job by the defense ending this ball game. Don't give them any life. Great job forcing the fumble. You already got the lead. You take the ball back with a little bit of time. Nail meet coffin.
North Texas sends the offense back onto the field. You want to talk about having a weapon to bail out a drive? David, that's why kickers are so important after that long field goal.
And listen, important is a relative term. We need to make longer passes and get better gains so we don't have to kick long field goals, Palmer, again on offense.
And they've got the weapons to do that, David. They just got to be able to dial those plays up. Guys have to be able to make them one-on-one, make life easier on this kicker, who is so important to this team.
Referee signals timeout. It's the defense wanting to make sure that they have everything just right with a big play coming. The give to the back. He's going to lose a yard on that one. Here comes the field goal unit. The holder will spot it about 35 yards out. And this one is perfect. And that lead grows even bigger.
Well, sudden change situation. You got to give this defense credit. Their offense just turned it over. They held tight. They didn't allow a touchdown. They forced their opponent to take a field goal. Nice job.
They were able to get a field goal on the board, and now they'll kick it away. On the run from inside his own 5. Just never had a chance to shake loose, and he'll be brought down at the 24. They'll get things started on this drive from the 24. Fires to the big fella. And they'll spot it at the 38, and that'll be plenty for the first down. Now they've got to hustle to the line and get set. Double time, hustling to the line to stop the clock. So now it's 2nd and long. Wants to go up top. Working that left side now. He stopped at the 48, a pickup of 10 on the play. It's a first down. They'll stop the clock to reset the chains. Offense up tempo. Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on 2nd down. Looking to fire. They go to the wide receiver screen. And the defense had that one well covered. Just a short gain there. Got to get to the line quickly for this 3rd down play. From the gun, wants to pass. Here's a heat. And the defense will corral the quarterback, and down he goes at midfield. On 4th down, they'll throw for it. Fires to the big fella. He goes out of bounds. He's a few yards short, and they'll have to turn the football over. Desperately wanted to convert on 4th down, but couldn't do it. A hostile environment can have a major impact on even the most composed, well-prepared team. So how much did the crowd play a factor in this upset?
Well, this is what makes college football so great, the home crowd and how they were able to impact this game. No doubt about it, David. They played a big factor.
And they're still jacked up, and they're still excited. They play a big factor, and it affects everything. College football, road atmospheres, they're tough. Even when the team isn't ranked like they weren't today, these are the types of moments they can jump up and bite you.
Thanks so much for spending some time with us. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis, and this has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.